Attention, Steelers fans. A major debate has erupted in the NFL world, and it revolves around a young quarterback being compared to the legendary Ben Roethlisberger. Is he truly the heir to Pittsburgh's iconic signal caller? We break it all down in this video. The draft is approaching, and teams are searching for their next offensive leader. One of the most talked about names is Cam Ward, the talented QB from the University of Miami, who has received praise from Pro Football Focus experts. But does he have what it takes to shine in the NFL like Big Ben? Let's analyze it in detail. Before diving into this comparison with Ben Roethlisberger, there's a key aspect to consider: the Steelers' current quarterback situation. Last season left many doubts in Pittsburgh about who will be the long-term offensive leader. Kenny Pickett has shown flashes of talent, but his inconsistency and injuries have raised concerns. On the other hand, the option of pursuing a quarterback in free agency remains on the table, though the team would need a big name to compete in an increasingly demanding AFC. So, should the Steelers really gamble on a young talent in the draft? The Steelers have historically preferred to build their team with quarterbacks who fit their system, rather than making big draft moves. However, Cam Ward's comparison to Ben Roethlisberger has stirred discussions among analysts. According to Trevor Sakima of Pro Football Focus, Ward shares many traits with Big Ben. He's an aggressive passer with great deep-throwing ability and can extend plays with his size. While he's not the most mobile QB, his skill in evading pressure and making throws under tough circumstances makes him an intriguing prospect. Despite these similarities, the reality is that the Steelers would need to make a costly trade to move up in the draft and select him. Is it worth the risk? Now, we want to hear from you, Steelers fans. Do you think Cam Ward has what it takes to be Ben Roethlisberger's successor? Some experts say his playing style resembles Big Ben's, but others believe Pittsburgh should focus on strengthening other positions rather than drafting a quarterback. The big question is, would you bet on Ward, or would you prefer the team to sign a veteran in free agency? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and tell us what you would do if you were the Steelers' general manager. We want to know your opinion. Now that we've analyzed the comparison between Cam Ward and Ben Roethlisberger, it's time to tackle the main question asterisk: will the Steelers actually pursue a new quarterback in the draft, or is this just speculation? Pittsburgh finds itself at a crossroads, with crucial decisions to make this offseason. The franchise has been cautious with its draft selections in recent years, but with uncertainty at the quarterback position, could this be the time for a bold move? So, let's break down everything we know about the Steelers' plans and whether there's a real chance that Cam Ward could end up in Pittsburgh. The rumors about Pittsburgh looking for a new quarterback have gained momentum, but how realistic is the possibility of the Steelers trading up to draft Cam Ward? Currently, the team doesn't hold a high enough draft pick to secure the Miami prospect, and moving into the top 5 would cost multiple future selections. However, some reports indicate that the Steelers might be considering all options, including a trade-up if they believe Ward is the future of the franchise. For now, free agency or sticking with Kenny Pickett for another season seems like the more likely path. But Ward's comparison to Ben Roethlisberger has put him on the radar of fans and analysts alike. If the Steelers did decide to trade up and draft Cam Ward, it would have a significant impact on the team's future. First, Pittsburgh would have to sacrifice multiple draft picks, limiting their ability to strengthen other key areas like the offensive line or secondary. Additionally, this decision would signal that the franchise doesn't fully trust Kenny Pickett as their long-term starting quarterback. If Ward were to join the team, the quarterback competition would be intense, potentially creating internal pressure and even conflicts within the roster. On the other hand, if Pittsburgh chooses not to make the move, the question of the team's future at the most important position in football will remain unanswered. Now, we want to hear from you, Steelers fans. Should Pittsburgh take the risk and trade up in the draft to select Cam Ward? Or would you rather see the team stick with Kenny Pickett for another season and reinforce other key positions? Some analysts believe Ward has great potential, but he would also be a costly gamble. Is it worth sacrificing future draft picks to get him? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation. The NFL free agency period is just around the corner, and one of the most exciting names on the wide receiver market is, without a doubt, T. Higgins. With his imminent departure from the Cincinnati Bengals after playing under the franchise tag in 2024, his future in the league is one of the hottest topics right now. And this is where the Pittsburgh Steelers come into play, as one of the franchises that could be interested in securing his services. But the big question is, will it be feasible for the Steelers to spend the kind of money it would take to sign Higgins? In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into his contract situation, what his arrival in Pittsburgh could mean, and how it would impact the team's upcoming season. Stay with us until the end and share your opinion in the comments. Before diving into the details about T. Higgins, it's important to analyze the Steelers' current situation at wide receiver. Right now, the team has Deontay Johnson and George Pickens as its primary weapons in the passing game. Johnson has been a reliable receiver, though his consistency has been questioned in some seasons, while Pickens has shown a high ceiling with explosive plays and a great ability to make tough catches. Despite this, there are doubts about whether this receiving group is enough to take the offense to the next level. With a new season on the horizon and the urgency to improve offensive production, the front office could be evaluating options to strengthen the position. If the Steelers decide to upgrade their receiving core, there are different paths they could take. The first is the NFL draft, where they could select a young talent to develop within the team. However, finding a rookie receiver who can make an immediate impact is not always easy. The other option is free agency, where several interesting names are available. Mike Evans, Marquise Brown, and Calvin Ridley are among the receivers who could fit into Pittsburgh's offense. The franchise's decision will depend on several factors, including salary cap space and long-term strategy. Now, let's get to the key point, T. Higgins' situation and his market value. According to ESPN analyst Jeremy Fowler, the estimated price to sign him in free agency is around $30 million per year. This amount would make him one of the highest-paid receivers in the league and could be a hurdle for several interested teams, including the Steelers. Higgins is coming off a 2024 season in which he recorded 73 receptions, 911 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Solid numbers considering he missed some games due to injury. His talent is undeniable. He has great size, reliable hands, and the ability to make explosive plays. However, the cost of his contract could complicate things. If Pittsburgh decides to go after Higgins, they will have to make adjustments to their salary cap. Currently, the team has just over $40 million in cap space, meaning that signing Higgins could require moving key players or restructuring existing contracts. Additionally, the competition for Higgins will be fierce. Teams like the New England Patriots, Los Angeles Chargers, and Denver Broncos are also interested in his services, which could further drive up his market value. If the Steelers want to land him, they'll have to be willing to enter a bidding war that could jeopardize their financial flexibility. This is the big debate. Higgins is an elite receiver who could elevate the Steelers' offense, but his high price tag could limit the team's ability to strengthen other areas. Instead, they could opt for a more affordable free agent option or go through the draft, maintaining more financial flexibility for future contract extensions. Now, the decision is in the hands of the Steelers' front office. Free agency is about to begin, and Higgins' future remains uncertain. Would you like to see him in Pittsburgh? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications for more exclusive content about the Steelers and the NFL. See you in the next video.